Hey everyone, and welcome. Are you ready to put your safety smarts to the test? Today, we're jumping into a super fun and important quiz to see what you know about staying safe. So, let's get started. All right, our first round is all about spotting those potential dangers right inside our own homes. We're going to cover things like chemicals, medicines, the works. Let's see how you do. And question number 1 is up. What exactly does the word toxic mean? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about it, starting right now. Time's up. If you were thinking poisonous, you are absolutely right. Toxic things are poisonous, which just means they can be really harmful if we swallow them, breathe them in, or even just get them on our skin. Okay, on to the next one. Can you name 2 types of harmful products you might find lying around the house? Try to get at least 2. You've got 5 seconds. And here we go. Some possible answers are cleaning supplies, fuels like gasoline, bug sprays, paint, and even batteries. If you named any 2 of those, you're doing an amazing job. It's kind of wild when you think about how many of these everyday things need to be handled with care. So, we know what these products are, but the really important question is, how do we handle them safely? Can you name 2 safety tips? You've got 5 seconds on the clock. And the answers are in. You could have said, always have a grown-up with you, read the instructions, be careful and focused, or wear gloves for protection. Awesome job if you got any of these. But remember, the number 1 most important rule is to always have an adult there to help. This next one is super, super important. What is the one thing you absolutely must do before taking any kind of medicine? Think hard on this one. You've got 5 seconds. And the answer is, always read the label and take the correct amount. This is so crucial because medicine is designed to help you, but only if you take just the right amount. Taking too much or too little can be really dangerous. All right, last question for this section. What should you do with medicine after it's past its expiration date? 5 seconds. Let's go. The correct answer is to throw it away safely. Over time, old medicine might not work as well, or it could even change and become harmful. That's why getting rid of it the right way is a big deal. You did an awesome job on part 1. Seriously, you're crushing it. Now let's turn up the heat just a little bit with part 2, fire safety. You ready to test your knowledge about preventing fires and what to do in an emergency? Let's do this. Okay, kicking off our fire safety round, can you name 2 common ways that fires start in a home? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. And here are 2 really big ones. A portable stove getting knocked over, or a kitchen stove being left on by accident, especially when people are asleep. A lot of the time it comes down to cooking accidents, so it really pays to be extra careful in the kitchen. Okay, this is a number everybody should know by heart. In South Africa, what's the emergency number you call for the fire department? You have 5 seconds. The number is 10177. It might seem simple, but knowing that number without having to think about it is so important. This is definitely one to lock into your memory. All right, let's talk about gear. If you ever have to use a fire extinguisher, there's a really easy way to remember the steps. It's the acronym PAS. So, what do those 4 letters stand for? 5 seconds to figure it out. Let's break it down. P is for pull the pin. A is for aim at the base of the fire. S is for squeeze the lever, and the last S is for sweep from side to side. See? PASS. It's a super simple way to remember exactly what to do when it matters most. Being prepared is half the battle. Can you name 2 things your family can do to get ready for a fire? Just in case. 5 seconds. What have you got? And here are some fantastic answers. Know what your fire alarm sounds like, practice a family escape route, and make an emergency plan. Really, the big idea here is that having a plan before anything happens helps everyone stay calm and know exactly what to do to get out safely. This is another one of those critical need-to-know safety tips. If your clothes were to ever catch on fire, what's the very first thing you should do? You've got 5 seconds on the clock. That's it. You stop, drop, and roll. You just stop what you're doing, drop right down to the floor, and roll over and over. That rolling motion is what puts out the flames. It's a simple little phrase that can actually save a life. Okay, here it is, our final question of the whole quiz. We know that in a fire you always take the stairs, but why should you never, ever use an elevator? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about this last one. And the answer is because a fire could actually cut the power to the elevator. If that happens, it could stop between floors and trap you inside, which would be a really dangerous situation. So always take the stairs. And with that, you've done it. You finished the safety challenge quiz. Congratulations, you are officially a safety star. Now I have one last question for you. What's one new safety tip you learned today that you can go share with your family? Thanks for playing along.